What's up, guys and gals? It's Jerry, and time for a little update. As you might have known, during this vacation, I've been going through some minor shifts here and there, and I guess I wanted to just make a video about it in case you just gonna miss some of those news, which I sometimes post on the Facebook or YouTube community page. If you don't know what YouTube community page is the kind of a page where you can actually read stuff, see photos and whatever, kind of like a really limited edition of a social media page. But technically, anyway, it's a good way to share some information which doesn't always make sense to make to a video. For example, random images, pieces of text like, hey, stream coming up in 5 minutes, or posting some funny pictures or stuff like that. Anyhow, this is not about the community page as such, but more about the information that I have tried to make minor adjustments to basically make the channel serve you better. First and foremost, I guess the major thing here is that I've moved my gaming stream content to my other YouTube channel, which I just recently reactivated. That is called Rauta Beyond, which I will briefly show you in a minute. I decided to basically move every non-metal content to that channel. A lot of you people, well, not a lot, but a few anyway, have been constantly asking me like, hey, gonna be more workout videos and stuff like that. And since I know that it doesn't really concern most of you there, I decided to put all that non-metal content on Rauta Beyond. That also means that my game streams, which do not interest most of you, but I know there are some avid gamers or people who just want to look at the game stream, or maybe more like ask questions, participate in kind of a metal conversation real time. That will be also nowadays streamed via a Rauta Beyond channel. So technically, game streams, even if I'm talking metal there, pretty much nothing has changed regarding the content really. And workout videos and some other random stuff. For example, I restarted doing those kind of a TV series reviews, like 5 reasons to watch this and that, 5 reasons to play a game, blah blah blah. Maybe some random beer reviews, maybe some, I don't know, random goofy stuff like Jerry's gonna eat some random pizza. I don't know. Just throwing ideas here around. Just basically all the content on Rauta nowadays will be just metal related, be it opinions, of course interviews and reviews. And people sometimes also ask like, will I review non-metal albums such as synthwave, dance and wave, dark ambient, orchestrated instrumental music, folk rock or whatever. And I am being sent those albums now time to time. Some labels, for example, maybe releasing 90% of their material as metal CDs or LPs or tapes, but there are still some releases which are not exactly metal. And while I do written reviews like before, I figured out they don't really fit Rauta. Sometimes I just bluntly tell the labels, hey, sorry, it's not gonna cut it. I really can't justify putting on the channel while I have like some 200 CDs or LPs waiting for their turn to be reviewed here. And hence, that means that in essence, I will be reviewing that non-metal content on Rauta Beyond. So it will also feature music reviews, which are basically the same format. Well, give or take, roughly different maybe. But roughly the same, I mean, but a little bit different maybe than the ones that I'm doing here. So you can just basically expect TVs, game stuff, music reviews, and workout stuff on the Rauta Beyond. The pace how I'm doing the videos will be slower, a lot slower actually. I won't be even aiming towards daily videos like I'm doing here on Rauta. More like maybe video or two, depending how much I will do workout content. I try to, however, include at least like 1 review per week, so there will be some stuff. And streaming is just kind of a sporadic, a few times a week, I guess, depending how much time I have to play and whether the game I'm playing is kind of a streamable. For example, now that I have new PC, I might stream PC games at some point, but I don't plan to, because basically the games I'm gonna stream on PC or play on PC are probably a lot less streamable than the ones that I play on PlayStation. Whether or not I'm gonna be able to connect my Xbox to YouTube stream, I'm yet unsure how that will happen, or is it even possible? Because nowadays, at least, my Xbox console is in a different building, in fact, so it's not a streamable option at the moment. Now, regarding other changes, they are all very minimal in design. I kind of basically renewed my review policy so that there are like 3 different tiers now. The first tier is the ones that are yet to be released. Basically, if I get a CD or LP before the actual release date, that will be priority 1, and as such will be reviewed as soon as I have the possibility. Then I will schedule so that will be along the same time out as the actual release date, so that it may serve you with the fresh information, and hopefully even before the release date, so you can decide whether or not it's worth placing, for example, a pre-order of that given release. The secondary tier is the as new as possible kind of stuff. So basically anything that is released just yesterday until like 4 months old. Relatively new, that is. And that will be the ones that I, basically review as soon as possible. And then the third list, the big list basically, is everything apart from the first 2 lists I just mentioned. And that is basically first in, first out. So there are lots of CDs and LPs which gonna have to wait, I don't know, more than a year, maybe even close to 2 years, because they have been all the time waiting for the tier 1 and 2 to kind of like get emptied, And sometimes people ask me like, why do you even review the old stuff? Because I am being sent that stuff. Sometimes labels send me along with the new ones some 2, 4, 5, 6 years old stuff. And I want to be true to my word, so I'm going to review it even if it's going to be like a long delay. The thing is, music doesn't really get that old, so it's anyway more or less useful in my opinion, because there are always bands that somebody else hasn't heard. Some new albums and releases which are just like missed jewels throughout the years. I don't really know if there are any other news or updates, except that interviews should be happening during the coming fall. Now that the coronavirus here in Finland is anyway gone, that means that there will be more gigs, even some fests during the fall, and that means I will be going to those places and trying to get interviews done as much as possible. When exactly and which bands exactly, I do not yet know, but I do know that it's gonna happen, and when the time comes, you will be notified about these interviews. But I wouldn't expect them to happen before September or maybe even October. Let's see how it turns out, because it's not up to me, as it's about these fests taking place and gigs, obviously. And once again, should you have any questions, feel free to drop them under this video, like in the comment section, and I will do a new Ask Me Anything kind of a video where I will be answering your questions and ponderings and whatever you have in your mind. And if you need to ask me something on the stream, well, feel free to subscribe that Rauta Beyond channel, which I will show you before I forget. It's here. Not very much content, because I basically tried to remove every Finnish content I had there previously. So it's going to be just a few TV series reviews, some deadlifts and other workout videos, then some game streams, obviously. So that content will be here, and doesn't matter if you game or not, you can always join the game stream and ask some questions, which I will try to answer right away when the stream is going on, meanwhile I play. So you don't have to be a gamer to participate in kind of a metal chat. And obviously we still have our Discord server running, where daily chat, text-based chat is going on, and I will be there during my work days to talk with you guys. There are not many people active every day, but there is kind of a small community which we communicate about metal music and random stuff. And I don't know, if you want to follow some Instagram stuff, that all address will be also found under the description box. And if you're pondering how to support Rauta, you can do it via Patreon account, and you will find the link there. If not, it's so totally okay. It's just supporting the content, especially the interviews on the long run. That should be covering all. I hope you will be staying at Rauta. The coming fall will be interesting because there will be lots of interesting stuff coming your way. But meanwhile, let's stick with the reviews and opinion videos and the game streams. And that's pretty much of it. Once again, should you have any questions, ask me. And if not, well, we'll be seeing you soon with more reviews and stuff coming your way.